Hi everyone, Sarah here. Today I am back with episode 3 for the Stampaholic videos. I wanted to share a good tip with you for doing background stamps. But first of all, I just wanted to share some information that Mancy, she's the owner of Die Cuts and More, will be on vacation from June 6th to the 25th. So no orders will be shipped at that time, but you can still put in an order, and any orders placed during that time will receive a free gift. So check it out. I will have all the links below to everything as usual down below, and check out the Facebook group and blog and YouTube channels. And remember to follow the directions to be entered in the draw for the end of this video series for a Stampaholic Nano. Okay, so this week I wanted to show you how you can use your Stampaholic with the red rubber stamps and also these background stamps. So I have a few. I have more than this, but these are just the couple that I pulled out. I love stamping backgrounds, but I do have a hard time doing it. So I am going to show you, this is the tool that I originally have for this. It's a Rocker acrylic block that's big enough for these 6x6 stamps. So I'm going to use the same stamp so you can see the difference in the outcome. So this is how I traditionally stamp background stamps. And I'm not good at it. Let's just say that right now. I'm just going to add some temporary adhesive on the back of my piece of paper so that it is stuck to my craft mat. Make sure I'm in frame there too. Okay, so then I have my stamp on my rocker, and then I'm just going to take my black ink and ink up the stamp. So, number one, it's hard to ink up your stamp. It's challenging to say the least because it is on a curved block. So you have to make sure that you get all the spots. So let me see. I would say that that is inked up really good. Nice and shiny. So then you have your, I always have to stand up for this. I have my piece of paper and I put down my rocker and just bring it across. Terrible. Look at all the spaces that I missed. And I can't stamp it over again, right? You cannot do it on top again. You have to start fresh. Try another piece of paper. Press really hard as you can. And that's the hardest part for me, is the pressing hard, because I do have issues with my hands and stuff, being able to press and not have pain. So I'm going to bring out my Stampaholic, and this is the original size. I'm going to open it up here, and to use red rubber stamps, you can take out your magnets and also take out, oh, sorry, my magnets are sticking to things. Take out your piece of foam. So you just want your base. And I'm going to take my stamp, and I'm basically just going to place it in the middle of here and just press it down. I'm going to take my piece of paper and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little bit of repositional adhesive on it, and I'm just going to center it in the recessed position. And then I'm going to ink up my stamp. I'm going to sit down now because I do not need to stand up for this. And again, you just want to ink it up. A lot easier to ink it up when it's flat. Just going to make sure you get all the spots. I can see where it's not shiny, where I missed. Alright, so it's inked up really nice. So then you're going to flip it over. And then I just do a nice wipe across. You don't need to press crazy. You don't need to stand up and push. You don't need to get tools and rub around. That's it. So you can see I didn't quite get all the spots. So I'm going to ink it up again. Bring it over and again press down. You do want to make sure you press around the entire stamp. That's the only thing. So now I'm missing some spots in here, and you can kind of tell from where they are there where you're missing it. So I can just keep going until I get my finished image. Look at that. Think down here a little. Alright, so I want to do it one more time across the entire image. Do a nice sweep across. Make sure you're getting it all the edges. And ta-da! And then you do want to take your stamp chamois or whatever you're using for cleaning it off and get that ink off of there. There we go. Now that one is, sorry, wait till I'm done here. The stamp that I used is a very, very detailed image. So you can see here's with the stamp rocker, and I couldn't rock it over again to try and get those spots because I wouldn't be able to match it up, right? So there it is with the Stampaholic. Awesome. So I'm going to put this in a card to share with you guys, but let's just see if you wanted to get some bricks. So I have this brick stamp. Oh, take off the backing. And I'm just going to do a strip of it here. So again, you want to get some repositionable adhesive, just because you don't want your magnets underneath your stamp, right? So for this one, I'm going to use the colored ink. I just have my little Simon Says stamp ink on here. And you just want to ink it up really good. It always works if you give it a little twist as you're putting the ink down. Just wipe across. Beautiful. So just want to get in those middle sections. Oops. The totally wrong side for that. There we go. Beautiful brick to put on a card. Alright, so I will be back to show you the finished card. Okay, so to dress up my stamped background, I am using the Recollections watercolor crayons. I picked out the colors of the rainbow, and I'm just going to make a rainbow wash on here. So this is my first time using the crayons, so it's kind of my tester. I'm just putting down a little bit of color to begin with. I want to make sure I have room for all the colors that I picked. have such a pretty shimmer. You might be able to see it on the blue there. Kind of like a pearl finish to them. Very pretty. Just gonna add a little more red here. The red goes on pretty thick. Alright, so I just have some clean water and some paper towel and my brush. And I'm just going to add some water and move the color around, kind of make it a little bit more see-through. And to kind of blend them together a little bit. And this is not on watercolor paper either. I just stamped these on just my regular thick cardstock. So you do not need watercolor paper to use these. I'm sure it helps, but... Okay, one spot up here. There we go. So I'm just gonna dry this with my heat tool and make my card with it, and I will be back. Okay, so here are my finished cards. They're just quick little cards that you can make with these backgrounds that are stamped. So this one I just added on a Pure Innocence little girl stamp that I had stamped and colored in the previous video. What's it called? Spring Friends. So I just added in a die cut grass border on the back, and we have a brick wall, and that's that one. And then on this one here is the colored background. It's so beautiful, shimmery. I have glitter all over me from gluing it down, because a little bit of the glitter does come off, but it's so pretty, and it does enhance the background. I was thinking of putting a sentiment, but I don't know if I really want to cover it up. And also I don't really want to put a piece of white stark paper, so maybe something else, not sure. I just matted it with some black glitter cardstock on a 5x5 Recollections card. So that is it. Again, please follow the directions down below to be entered in the draw to win a free stamp or Stampaholic Nano. And again, the details about the shop being, no shipping is being sent out between the 6th and the 25th, but you do get free gifts for any purchases that are made during that time. Please leave a comment and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.